Greetings, this is Mr. Solomon with another edition of Minecraft EDU for Schools. This is a 2-week unit on culturally responsive education called CRE. And so our essential question is, how does where I'm from make me who I am? Our student population has a lot of kids from foreign countries. So we wanted to honor their cultures and find partners from the same country or continent or state. So the first week of this project, we worked on a Google document. Students learned how to use Google Docs. I had a template made that was a read-only, so students had to follow the directions after they found a partner. They opened the document, they made a copy, share it with their partner, and then they begin completing each section. So this was our first week. So students wrote which country they're from, basic facts, learning how to do basic research. And then day 2, students then started comparing life as a kid and in schools to our country in the United States. Students who were from a different state had a similar document. Some of these questions are not the same, such as currency and other kind of things like holidays. So they're all doing the same type of research. Our third day, students then added pictures of their flags and their maps, and then typical houses. And so that was what we did for the first week. This took almost a week to complete. So students worked by working together with a partner from the same state or from the same country, if not the same country, from the same continent. And then on week 2, I'm going to save my changes. We then started using a comic life document. Let me open that for you here. So then students started doing a little more research about the actual buildings, landmarks, and Capitol buildings. And so this is our essential question for part 2 of this unit. Here's our agenda. So they're trying to find images of the Capitol building and of a landmark. I will probably change that from Capitol building because some countries do not have a defined Capitol building. It's sometimes called a Parliament building. So students that would do this again, if I was to do this again next time, they'll look for a typical house that represents their country and then find a landmark. So then once they found their comic life, we talked about how to make screen captures, and then we worked on a comic life document where students then imported their pictures. I can show you an example. So then I modeled for students how to find images, how to take a screenshot, how to import those screenshots into comic life. So this is a good example. This is Germany. So a picture of the Capitol and then of a landmark of Brandenburg Gate. So once we finished this project in the first 2 days, we then went back to Minecraft and then started constructing some of these. So I'm going to log in as a teacher. Here's our spawn points. I'm going to turn on build mode. I like to move a little fast. So then students printed out images of their structures, and then they started building them. So they worked in groups. So they worked in pairs, and they worked on constructing either the Capitol building or of a famous landmark. Some didn't quite finish in time. That's from Ghana. Some of these are from Colorado. Some students are working on Mesa Verde. So if we fly around some more, we can check out some of the other areas. You'll be able to recognize some of these landmarks too. We have a lot of students from Mexico, so they started constructing Chichen Itza, the Mayan pyramids. Different students did it different ways. This is a good example. This student is from, I believe, Sudan. This is one of the government buildings in his country. This is a great example of Chichen Itza. And then students from Mexico were working on the Capitol building. These students were from Thailand and Vietnam. So these are religious temples from their countries. And then there's a famous bridge. And so they're all using their printed papers as a guide for how to construct this. It also gives students an opportunity to work together with partners. So some students are in different states of construction. This is another Chichen Itza. This is about to be the Denver Capitol building. We have some students from Colorado. And you can see different students have different levels of construction. A lot of it depends on how much they've played Minecraft before. So here we have a student from New York and Minnesota. And so they attempted to make the Statue of Liberty as their landmark. Pretty close. Made out of emeralds. This is going to be the Albany State Capitol building. And so since we had students working in pairs, not every building area was used. But this is a good example of how to use culturally responsive education unit and Minecraft to have students honor their culture, find students from the same places they are, so they have something to connect with, and then building a landmark so they can remember how to honor their culture and how to remember some important buildings. Thanks for watching.